Alright, all you insomniacs and streetlight crusaders out there tonight, or inside depending on your quarantine time zones, welcome back to the Tuesday Night Special. And if you're wondering at home, that really wasn't an April Fool's joke. He wrote in the safe April Fool's and an IOU note that he took the summer budget to buy that heavy medicine ball-sized disco ball, which we had to take a 30-minute break to breathe before I went out and tried to get Dan the Weatherman stew. But at the same time, I would have probably been told to go back home. Yeah, the quarantine thing they have out here is real serious. But besides me getting my hands on Dan the Weatherman stew by next Tuesday, I think it's time for us to go into one of my favorite parts of the show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, none other than the Indy Report, which is me giving you guys two news stories, followed up by local concert information from local artists performing in a local area live near you. And in our first news story, for you G.I. Joe fans out there of the original animated series, I have some good news for you. Because it's been announced as of this week, Hasbro has decided to release 15 full episodes of the animated series, streaming for absolutely free, including The Masked Devices and The Revenge of Cobra, along with several other episodes from the inaugural season of G.I. Joe. And in my opinion, here's hoping in the near future they include that one episode where Cobra got punched out by G.I. Joe, or one of his soldiers got punched out by G.I. Joe, and he would say, "And now I lay you down to sleep," after Cobra would say your prayers, Joe. Yeah, that would be a cool episode to see on TV. That and the ones including Sergeant Slaughter. But for those out there who wants to check out those cool episodes of G.I. Joe in the fullest way known possible, you can go ahead and head on over to the YouTube page of one man only known as Hasbro to check it out for yourselves. And oh, here's also hoping in the near future they also include Transformers in that list of free episodes too. Love that show. And in other news, or more or less video game delay news, for any of you Wasteland 3 fans out there expecting to play the game on May 19th, just like Wade Barrett would say back in WWE days of old, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Because it's been announced as of this week that the game Wasteland 3 has been pushed back all the way to August 28th. And it's due to the COVID virus that is currently running rampant all over the world. And in my opinion, take as much time as you need, and I can't wait to see what sort of post-apocalyptic Denver-like game this turns out to be. And by the way, it's based in Denver, Colorado, which is very interesting, because usually most post-apocalyptic games are in New York, or most likely in New Vegas. But then again, we're going by Fallout standards, so either way, it's a fresh change, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. And for any of you out there who wants to check along with some cool screenshots and even further news of what other updates or delays that may come in the near future for this game, you can head on over to the Twitter page of one man only known as Wasteland to check it out for yourselves. And with that last news story out of the way, folks, we now head into the concert information for this week, and we kick things off with Wednesday, April 1st. Yes, that's right, folks, April Fool's Day, and these are all true. You can see these following bands performing in a local area live near you: Mike Hertz, Rick Barth, Dave Fargo Music, and Rick Kruger. Any relation to Freddy Krueger? Well, you can see all these guys performing at the Salt Gastropub in Stanhope, New Jersey at 6 p.m. And according to the maestro, no relations to Freddy Krueger. Right. And the next band we have up is Paul J. Bakash, who's going to be performing at the O'Neill's Restaurant and Bar in Hoboken, New Jersey at 7 p.m. Swamp Eddie is going to be performing at the River and Rail Cantina in Garwood, New Jersey at 7 p.m. And to finally wrap it up for Wednesday night, you can see the Red Room, who's going to be performing at the Meat Locker in Montclair, New Jersey at 8 p.m. And on Thursday, April 2nd, you can see these following bands performing in a local area near you live. Hilarious is going to be performing at the Stone House at Sterling Ridge in Warren, New Jersey at 6 p.m. And no, Maestro, I did not say the Scooby-Doo version of Hilarious. That's actually the name of the band, which is a cool band name, by the way. Anyway, next band we have up is the Brook Art Center and the songs of John Mitchell, who's all going to be performing at the Brooks Art Center in Bound Brook, New Jersey at 8 p.m. So the place that's performing is going to be performing at the... You know what, before I give myself a headache trying to figure that one out, the next bands that we have up is H2O, Mercy Union, Field Day, and Threat to Society, who's all going to be performing at the Crossroads in Garwood, New Jersey at 8 p.m. You can also see Feral Babies, nice band name, who's going to be performing in the West Studio in New Brunswick, New Jersey at 8 p.m. And to finally wrap it up for Thursday night, you can see Doug Beavers, who's going to be performing at the Fox and Crow in Jersey City, New Jersey at 10 p.m. And for Tuesday for next week, which is the 7th, you can see these following bands performing in a local area live near you. The band with no name is going to be performing at the Tribe Lounge in East Orange, New Jersey at 7 p.m. You can also see Brian Culberson, who's going to be performing at the Mayo Performing Arts Center in Morristown, New Jersey at 8 p.m. And to finally wrap it up for Tuesday for next week and all the bands we're going to mention for this week, you can see DJ Remixer JRS, who's going to be performing at the Lit 21 in Newark, New Jersey at 8 p.m. And if you guys want to check out the complete list of bands that we could list during this very broadcast, and trust me folks, there were a lot of them, you can head on over to ReverbNation.com to check out the complete list of bands that we couldn't list during this very broadcast. And like I say at the end of all of these skits, go out there, support your local artists, and see these guys perform live. And trust me, they'll love you for it. And I guess with that said, we might as well head back to that music one more time. And when we return, we'll be back with the final segment for the Tuesday Night Special for this week, right after this. So don't go rushing to the fridge for that pre-midnight snack just yet, folks, and stay tuned.